What's up, Kiss fans, Vinnie Vincent fans? My name's Rambo. I have a YouTube channel called Kiss Fan from Kennett, because I'm from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Not far from the Philadelphia area. Actually, it is a part of the Philadelphia area. I want to talk about Vinnie Vincent a little bit. I'm fair. I'm impartial. Sorry. It's late. I've been drinking a little bit. A little tired. But basically, I want to talk about why he is so different from the four original members, Eric Carr, and the official members after him. And it's because I got on this Facebook page, and this is what I got to say about Facebook. You can't believe everything you believe on Facebook, but you know what else? It's your choice. Somebody says something on Facebook, you can believe it or you cannot believe it. There's some things I believe and there's some things I don't. For example, somebody told me Vinnie Vincent is living with his sister and his sister is taking care of him. You know what? I believe that. You know why? Because I do believe somebody's taking care of him. There's a story I don't believe, and I'm not going to get into that. It had something to do with Eric Carr being in the hospital, and Ace Frehley was going to beat the shit out of Paul Stanley at the hospital, and I'm not going to get into that, you know. And this guy says he heard it from Vinnie Vincent himself. Yeah, let him tell you that story, and then you can believe it. And then you can believe it whether or not you believe it or not. So anyway, let me talk about the four original members, and their passion for music. They all had passion for music. All four of them. I appreciate all four of them. I'm my favorite, and I'm my least favorite. But let's talk about what their lifestyles outside of music. I would say Paul is the most passionate for music out of the four of them. The only other thing he did was drive a taxi. I think he wanted it more than anybody. Gene, he was did something with. He was a substitute 6th grade teacher and a lifeguard. He was into other things besides music. He loved music, but he was into other things. And the other two, Ace and Peter, they were definitely into other things besides music. Yeah, they had a passion for music, but they also liked to party really hard. Okay, and then we got Eric Carr. Eric Carr doesn't, from what I understand, he wasn't a huge partier. Maybe had a drink here and there or something like that, but he was a real handyman. You know what I mean? A fix-it man. He attacker. Just kind of, yeah, he played his drums, but he was also this kind of this guy who knew how to fix things. He liked to fix stoves or something like that, and you know, what thing? Well, that a hands-on, you know, jack of all trades, blue collar guy, you know. But he also liked to play drums, and that was his passion. But Vinny, I got on this page. I mean, it's a shame that I can't really show you much because it's too small. They've heard it too small. I got on here before, and you could click on any member, and they could show you what band they were in from beginning to end, whether they're dead or alive. It looks like Vinnie Vincent actually. Okay, let's call him Vincent Cassano for the time being. You know, he it looks like he was born in 1952, and he started recording, whether it was a demo or he did some work for a signed band. It looks like he was actually playing music since he was 13 years old. Born in 52, playing in bands in 65. That's 7 years. That can't be right. $52, 62. Yeah, 13 years old. I mean, and then he was in this other band where he 4 years later. Yeah, Hunter. 1969. So 13, add 4 years on to that, yeah, he was 17 years old. And then he played guitar for an all-black band. Oh man, I can't read this. Yeah, look it up yourself. Go on the Kiss Band tree. It's very interesting. And then after that, that's when he gets in the Treasure and Dan Hartman. Carmen Priest. There you get to the Joni Loves Chachi and then he gets in the Warriors, then he gets in the Kiss. I mean, it's so funny. You know, it's like, how did this kid know what was coming to him? This kid actually, I mean, between Vinnie Vincent, Eric Carr, and Mark St. John, they were never Kiss fans. But did this kid ever, in his wildest dreams, even think that he was going to be the Egyptian warrior? Or the wizard, or the Aqua. What is this Aqua Warrior shit anyway? I mean, it's like fucking. Okay. Should I call myself the fucking gray hair in the front warrior? I mean, you know, should I call myself the victory warrior because I work at a brew pub? I mean, it's like, you know, the name Aqua Warrior was stupid. I mean, Egyptian warrior, yeah, that's cool. I mean, the wizard, yeah, maybe they should just call him the wizard. I mean, but I mean, like, it's like that there was no character to that gimmick. I mean, it's like it had three names, you know. A fox is a fox, but you know, you put an aqua on puts a Casandra's face and name him Vinnie Vincent, and what the hell is he supposed to be? You know, I mean, it's like if they made a Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park Part 2, it's like, what power would he have? Actually, if he was a wizard, he'd have more power than any of them. But whatever. I don't know. Why does he have why does that character have three names? Actually, he's not a new character. It's just like Paul Stanley just said, "Okay, I'm gonna put an aqua on your face, and your name is Vinnie Vincent." Okay. So when he was terminated from Kiss, and yes, I believe he was terminated from Kiss. I don't believe he left on his own. He took the name Vinnie Vincent that Paul Stanley gave him and made it an alter ego. Vinnie Vincent was an alter ego. It's almost like a wrestler. It's like the best wrestler I can compare it to would be Gold Dust, Dustin Rhodes. It's like when they gave him the name Vinnie Vincent. Okay, first he's the whatever wizard, Egyptian warrior, Aqua warrior, whatever. There's no character behind it. It's generic. It's a generic Kiss character, and we all don't find out that he's a member of the band because they advertise him as a stand-in for Ace Frehley because Ace Frehley got in a car accident, which he probably did. I mean, but there's more reasons than that, and we all know that. As smart Kiss fans, we all know that there's more reasons why Ace was not in the band anymore. So they don't want to tell people that Ace is out of the band. So they say Vinnie Vincent is standing in for Ace Frehley, and they put an aqua over his face. Very cool makeup. My favorite makeup, actually. You know what I mean? That's cool. It was cool. Thanks, Paul. You know, that was really cool makeup. You know, I mean, it's better than yours. And actually, from what I understand, the Ace made put your makeup together. But you know what? You know what, Paul? Good job. Thumbs up, man. Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't have a good story behind that character, but what the fuck? Hey, good job, Paul. So, we don't find out that Vinnie Vincent is a member of the band until we actually see the J.J. Jackson interview on MTV and find out that he is a member of the video, that he was actually a member of the band with makeup on, or we buy the Lick It Up album and realize, and we turn around and realize that Ace Frehley is no longer a member of the band, and a guy named Vinnie Vincent is a member of the band. Who's Vinnie Vincent? Cool. He's good. I like him. I like good guitars. Next album comes out. Why isn't Vinnie Vincent on this album? 1 year later after that, he has his own band. And wow. How amazing. How extremely amazing that I think Boys Are Gonna Rock was so fucking awesome. If I didn't have my first premature ejaculation, I would have had it then. But he was a flash in the pan, 2 albums. He tried to steal Bruce Kulick's job. Got to be able to rock replacement in the end, and recorded an album that never got released. And this is something I want to talk about. Let me get on my phone and get on Wikipedia here for a second, because I want to talk about his life with his daughters. Has anybody ever given any thought that Vinnie Vincent's daughters lost their mother? Has anybody given any thought that maybe Vinnie stepped down as a rock star to be a father? Okay, it just so happens, it's ironic that the Vinnie Vincent invasion ended around the same time his ex-wife was killed. I'm gonna get on Wikipedia right now. Hey man, I'm just shooting the shit, man. You wanna turn me off? Go ahead and turn me off, man. I don't give a shit. First of all, if anybody knows it, Dennis Trump was a real scumbag, and according to Robert Fleischman, if anybody who thinks Vinnie Vincent is a real scumbag, apparently Dennis Trump mentored him to be a scumbag. That is if you think he's a scumbag. I, on the other hand, have fixed opinions. Okay, here we go. All systems go. Released in 1988. His first wife died in 1989. Yes, he did work on Euphoria and Guitars from Hell, and was trying to take Bruce Kulick's job from him. But really, think about it. The mother of his children died in 1989. Has anybody ever given any thought that maybe Vinnie had to step up and be a father? They were, I mean, 1989. I think that was the year. If not, close enough. But from what I understand, she was impregnated in 1980. Because when he was going to do Warrior, Warrior was supposed to be a 5-piece band. And Robert Fleischman was going to be the lead singer. Vinnie wasn't going to be a front man. He just wanted to be the guitarist. And Gene Simmons changed his mind after they said, "You're too short. You know, you don't fit in." Then Gene said, "We need you." So Robert Fleischman was like, "Hey, you just had twin girls. Go do it." So they must have been born like 1980, 1981. And the invasion died off in the late 80s. And that's when their mother died. Has anybody ever give that any thought that Vinnie was actually stepping up and being a father? Has anybody given that any thought? Yeah, he had to make a living. Yeah, I know. He tried to weasel his way back into Kiss. You know, he's talking some bullshit. You know, like Gene and Paul have it. You know what I mean? But anyway, he made that album, Guitars from Hell, and it never got released, and we haven't heard anything since. And you can't believe everything you hear on Facebook, but there was one fan that I talked to, and he said that Vinnie's sister is taking care of him. And I actually have had that opinion myself before I heard that from this fan. I think somebody's taking care of him, whether it be his sisters or his daughters. Yeah, he's being taken care of. But I wonder what y'all think. I mean, this is why I would like to, see him write a book, because I'd like to know a little bit more about his childhood. I mean, you know, the four original members wrote a book, and people who knew Eric Carr wrote a book about him. You know, I'd like to know a little bit more about what Vinny was like when he was younger. I mean, it seems a little obvious that he didn't go around with the jocks or anything like that. You know, it's. I mean, I see pictures of him, you know, where he's got this little bowl cut and he's got the glasses. He looked like a little geek, you know. And that geek turned into wow, you know. Not only did he become the uncle, fuck that, I can't call him the uncle warrior, Egyptian warrior of Kiss, and then turn into the alter ego of Vinnie Vincent, which was wild, totally fucking wild. You got opinions? Do you want to speak? I'd like to hear your opinions. Tell me I'm wrong. It's cool. Will we ever see anything from Vinnie Vincent again? I would really like a book. I don't see it happening. We're going around. He has another lawyer or something. We're not going to see another CD out of him. The best we can hope for is a speech. If we get one last speech out of him and just say, how much he appreciates his fans and that he's on the internet and he sees that we all love him, that'd be great, you know. It'd be really great to make a movie about the guy. I mean, the most controversial member of Kiss. The only other member of Kiss that we don't know much about is Mark St. John, because he was a flash in the pan. But I'd like to know a lot more about him. But we're talking about Vinnie Vincent here, and hey, that's all I got to say. Share your opinions with me, please. Maybe we can talk. You know, maybe some of you know people who know Vinny, and maybe we can get a book out of them. I absolutely do not expect another CD. He has to give something, at least one last speech. It involves Paul and Gene. You know, Paul and Gene gotta let him do it, you know what I mean? Speaking of Paul and Gene, this is something I want to say. I think Gene had a total hard-on for Vinnie Vincent. Vinnie Vincent could have asked for Gene for a foot massage, and Gene probably would have gave it to him. Paul, on the other hand, like I said, they're probably pretty much alike. And I think that's where the tension was. That Vinnie was a better songwriter. He played the guitar better. There's this one video, I don't know if you've seen it or not, where somebody just hands a microphone to any Kiss member, and he grabs it, and Paul just grabs it out of his hand. I mean, this is my opinion. Paul hated him, Gene loved him. And I actually think when Vinnie had to depart from the band, Gene was disappointed. I think Gene loved it, having Vinnie in the band. So, that wraps it up. I'm Rambo. Peace out. And if you're going to drink beer, drink Victory. Good night, everybody. I was made for loving you.